Many people, especially from Protestant backgrounds, often believe that Catholics give glory to saints and statues, thinking we worship them. But let's clarify this misconception. The Reformers, they were concerned about what they perceived as the Catholic Church's veneration of saints, equating it with worship. However, as a Catholic, we do not worship saints at all. We honor them, we ask for intercession, but our adoration, and that's going to be a key word, it's reserved solely for God. If we look at the Catechism, it beautifully outlines the distinction between veneration and adoration. Veneration means showing respect and reverence. So it's just showing respect.
So the word venerate would mean to show respect to.
Right. While adoration, it's reserved strictly for God. So you can see a similarity between the word adoration and adore. It's love, it's worship.
It's the place on a different pedestal.
God alone is worthy of adoration.
We're going to be reading in paragraph 2097. It says, to adore God is to acknowledge in respect and absolute submission the nothingness of the creature who would not exist but for God. To adore God is to praise and exalt him and to humble oneself, as Mary did in the Magnificat, confessing with gratitude that he has done great things and holy is his name. The worship of one God sets man free from turning in on himself, from the slavery of sin and the idolatry of the world. I'm really cool in that. When I first read it, the nothingness of the creature. There's no uplift. And I think this is the misconception, just from the outside looking into the Catholic Church, is when you see statues and you hear prayers prayed. The Catechism is teaching the Creator is to be uplifted and worshiped. He is adored. He's on a different pedestal. The creature, it actually uses the word nothingness of the creature, that there's nothing that the creature can do without the Creator. But it's real easy, looking on the outside, looking in, how people can perceive things this way to say, well, they're worshiping statues.
The Catholic Church very clearly condemns this when it's done that way. When veneration crosses that fine line and becomes adoration, there's a condemnation attached to that from the Catholic Church. When we see a saintly person manifesting something glorious, doing a glorious work, or you really see it all over them, it's the same concept as like a crystal hanging, and the light that's shining through them, illuminating the room, it's going through that crystal, but the sun is the ultimate source of that light. The same way God the Father is the ultimate source of that glory being shown through that crystal and illuminating other things.
Veneration. The person is venerated to the point of, I respect their obedience. I respect their commitment. Yeah, I can really get behind what they're doing here in the Catechism. It's not saying the Catholic Church is admiring or adoring anybody but God. Right. The adoration is God and God alone.
So all saints, from Moses to Mary, are nothing without God.
Yep.
Let's remember that our faith calls us to honor the saints, while keeping our worship solely focused on God. Believe it or not, that's the heart of Catholic teaching.